Toyota's insurers argue that the KZN government, Transnet and eThekwini Municipality failed in their duties to maintain key infrastructure that's been built to protect the Prospecton industrial area from being flooded.
There's no doubt that the responsibility to maintain stormwater infrastructure in this case, it's a responsibility of the government, and I think the litigants, they were correct in identifying the KZN Department of Transport, Transnet, and the eThekwini Municipality. So the responsibility for just that catchment, it actually rests with the three of them.
Business players say they're not surprised at the insurer's decision to take this matter to court, adding that for years now there have been concerns countrywide at the poor levels of public infrastructure maintenance, which are critical for service delivery for the community as a whole.
The municipalities are very, very important. They're even more important than provinces as far as businesses are concerned, because businesses operate in a municipality. That's where business is doing business there. And if the municipality is dysfunctional, that will directly impact and affect the businesses. And the Auditor General has been raising these issues for a long time. And unfortunately, those in power who are supposed to do something about this, when they listen to when they hear the reports by the AG, they act shocked for that time, and they do nothing.
When it comes to Toyota's insurer's complaint against Transnet, it's focused on the state-owned entity not having done sufficient work to guard a canal it had built from flooding over into the general area.
The channel that the Umlas channel was a case where the Transnet built this channel to deviate a live river, which is the Umlas River, away from the area. So now, when you do something like that, which was absolutely necessary and it was a good decision, because they would not have had an airport there. If that was not the case, it was absolutely necessary. But when you do that, you're already designing against nature. So it's always anticipated that there is a stormwater event that can breach that stormwater channel. So they also made an allowance of a dam. So it means they built, let's call it a continuous pile of soil next to that channel to increase its volume. And that is what they are saying has not been maintained.
The Black Business Council says that government officials have been resting on their laurels around a myriad of their responsibilities, suggesting that they may take this court action more seriously than they do general complaints that come their way.
The court case will help us because it will compel them to do what they are supposed to do. Remember, these businesses are paying levies. They are paying services that they are not receiving. So where should they go? For us, we think the court case is going to be a better thing to do, and it will set a precedent, a good precedent to compel the state and state entities to actually do what they were supposed to do.
The breakdown of the 6.5 billion rand that Toyota's insurers are looking for is 4.5 billion rand for the repair and reinstatement work to restore Toyota's Prospecton plant, with a further 2 billion rand being for the losses incurred from the interruption of the business. Whatever the court decides, Maswime says municipalities around the country are struggling to spend what they're supposed to spend on infrastructure development because of a lack of funds.
The infrastructure sector, as it is now, has been hovering at an expenditure of 4% of what they should be spending. 8 to 10% is when you are doing well in the infrastructure, both maintenance and new capital projects. We are still just around less than 4%, and part of that is because of the funding constraints.
Maswime says if Toyota's insurers succeed in their case, it would be a major financial blow to the defendants, also mentioning that of the 6 billion rand the KZN government needed to raise to deal with the 2022 floods, it had only managed to raise 2 billion rand so far, demonstrating how cash-strapped governments are. Nampumelo Losiziba, SABC News, Johannesburg.